that was a great example of how important it is, like to play with the appropriate effort and togetherness, which this group has been doing an amazing job of. But it's give up 65 in the first half and then come out and play a really good quarter and a half before we, that last 5 minutes was, that's its own learning lesson for some of those young guys, in which every opportunity is a big opportunity and a big minute that you're on the floor. But that quarter and a half leading up to that was really good again. And you could give Mo. I thought Mo did a great job coming out in the second half and kind of establishing Buddy's playmaking again. DeLon had 4 steals again. TD gave us that scoring punch. So a lot of the things we've been doing well, we got back to in the second half, and it was good. Good for them to be able to come out and have a sluggish first half and then find it and turn it on. So happy with the win.
We'll start with James here.
Yeah, Luke, that trio of Terrence and Mo and DeLon, they've really carried you guys with your starters out. Just how big have they been since joining this team, and more specifically in the last week and a half, 2 weeks?
They've been great. And I think that as they found a comfort level with the group and an understanding of what we're trying to do, and the fact, like, at least Mo and DeLon have done this for a lot of teams, and played big minutes. TD's still young, but he plays with a great energy about him, a great joy for the game. And with the injuries we've taken, we'd be in a lot of trouble without them. But it's not just them; they've been great. But Buddy's been great. Rashawn continues to just do what Rashawn does. And really just play winning basketball. So it's right now the only way we're going to win games is as the total team with the amount of guys that we have out, and they've done a great job of it, enjoying and embracing that.
Tony Harvey.
Coach Walton, technically, what was in your opinion Oklahoma City doing in that first half to take control of the game, and then of course, in the third quarter, you guys turned it around. I heard there was some pickup from you as far as maybe getting on some of the players, how they were playing. But what was some of the things that OKC was doing in the first half that you had to combat against?
Well, no, they were playing harder than we were. It was simple. They were attacking the rim. They were, these are NBA players, and they lost by however much we beat them by last game. They're going to come in angry, and we were not ready. We did not match that intensity in the first half, and that's what happens. Really nice job of turning it on in the second half. But yeah, the first half they played harder than we did.
Sean Cunningham.
Yeah, Luke, I wanted to go back to Mo for a minute. I talked to you a little bit in the pregame about how those 3 and how much you've relied on them, but you seem to rely on Mo in a different way, especially defensively. Did you think that you would rely on him as much as you have in these games?
Well, from what you talking about before we traded, like as we traded for him, or since?
Yeah, I mean, was there? I don't know if you knew, like right when you got him, did you expect to rely on him in that way as much as you have?
Well, I was hoping to. Our defense has clearly struggled throughout the year, and I know that what Mo has done in his career is he had that role with Portland where he was, him and Minu would kind of guard the other team's best players, and his length and just feel for the game had me excited about the possibility of what he could be. I had never coached him, so I didn't know, but he's been everything that I was hoping we were going to get when we brought him in here. And whether it's getting guarding the 4, guarding point guards, or coming up with blocks, he just has a really nice knack for the game and understanding of how to get deflections, block, steals, and that's something that we desperately needed.
Jason Jones.
Hey, Luke, when you look at a guy like Terrence, he's only in his second year, but his first year was in Toronto. He's around guys like Kyle Lowry, Serge Ibaka, some, Gasol, some vets. How do you think that impact where he is now, just in his second year, that he was around so many solid vets in his first year?
Yeah, that's a good point. And clearly, I'm not up there, so I can't answer that other than give you my opinion on it, which is I think it really helps young players. When you're in a winning culture and you're around winning vets and you see professionalism. We talk about professionalism, we teach professionalism. But when you can live that and really experience it firsthand, it should stick with you. If it does stick with you, and you got the talent, you should have a nice NBA career. If you choose not to follow that lead, then most likely you won't be around for very long.
Jason Anderson.
Luke, when you look at the way Buddy is passing the ball lately, do you think he's aware that he's close to Page's 3-point record? He's very close to the franchise record for 3-pointers, but he's making the extra pass. He doesn't seem to be forcing anything, and I'm wondering what that means to him and his growth as a player and his future in the NBA.
Yeah, it's great, Jason. I don't know if he knows. I certainly did not know, and hopefully. Hopefully if he's not finding out right now and now just tries to break it. And if he does, I'm coming after you, Jason, because Buddy, he's playing great basketball right now. He's making the right plays. I said it before the game, the amount of offense he's creating for us by being a playmaker out there is so needed right now without Harrison, De'Aaron, and Tyrese. And as he's doing that, which is what we need, he's really improving his own game, just his all-around game of as a basketball player. So, he's 5 for 11 tonight from threes, and so he's still getting them up, but really, playing some solid basketball for us.
Crystal Saltos.
Hey, Coach, hope you're doing well. How many steps in the right direction were the last couple of games against the Thunder for your team, and how satisfied you are about the reaction in the second half and the desire of your players on that part of the game?
Yeah, I'm very pleased with it. It's never easy to beat the same team, and with this schedule this way, we've done this a few times, right? Like we played Dallas 3 times within a short window. This is 3 times with OKC. There's been back-to-backs, and it's challenging. I'm really pleased with how our guys are continuing to fight. And for me, like I've said, it's all about just building habits, building behaviors, and being consistent with it. And the only way to get there is to understand this is the normal for us. This is how we play. So, it's good to see as the season, is coming down to the last final games that we're doing that as a group. And, yeah, I mean, that's what we're trying to get accomplished right now.
Okay. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thanks, guys.